Herbert Tamura, chairman of Tamura Enterprises, never owned a fancy car or a Rolex watch. "It's not the clothes that make the man," Tamura once said. "It's the man that makes the man." Herb Tamura validated this by his life. The story of Tamura Enterprises spans 4 generations. Makitaro Tamura emigrated from Japan in 1896 to work in the cane fields of Waianae, and in 1905 opened Tamura Shoten, a plantation store which was renamed Kei Tamura Store when son Katsuichi took over. Herbert, the son of Katsuichi, was born during the Depression. Both he and his brother Clifford worked in the store since they could lift a bag of groceries. Herbert graduated high school in 1955 and dreamed of becoming an architect, but Katsuichi needed help urgently. It was up to Herb to continue the family business. He agreed but insisted that a bigger store be built. The family home was moved and a bigger Tamura superette was built. But money did not come gushing in, and Herb worked full-time in the National Guard while running the store until his brother Clifford decided to join the business. In 1961, Herb married his wife Janet and felt that the store was finally on its way, but the 1960s were hard years. Herb and Clifford did everything from meat cutting to cashiering, but in the end, it was Herb and Clifford's country attitude of offering good service, fair prices, and quality goods that kept shining through and through.
The most memorable thing Herbert has taught me is the importance of customer service and how we should really treat our customers well.
First impression of Herb was nice guy, very approachable, great boss to work for.
In 1988, Herb was struck with viral meningitis, followed by Guillain-Barré syndrome, and was completely paralyzed for 6 weeks and hospitalized for 2 months. But with Tamura Super in the midst of an expansion, Herb still met with contractors in his hospital room, and by 1989, things were about back to normal. In 1995, Herb and son Glenn decided to start a new venture, so they struck out on their own and established Tamura Enterprises Incorporated. And while Glenn was away at school, Herb purchased Big Way Supermarket in Wahiwa and retained 50 Big Way employees, 4 of which remain till today. In 1998, they decided to try a niche market venture, Tamura's Fine Wine and Liquors. New opportunities kept coming, and in 2003, they built a warehouse and outlet store. Then they bought Big Way Drive-In and called it Tamura's Kitchen. The following year, Tamura's Market in Hau'ula opened, and 4 years after that, Tamura's Fine Wine and Liquors in Aikahi and then in Aiea. Tamura's Market Kalailoa was next, and last year Tamura Enterprises ventured to Maui, with more on the horizon. Although his son Glenn is now the face of Tamura Enterprises, Herb instilled values of an older generation into his children. He advised Glenn not to give up, no matter how hard it got. Be humble, never cut employees' pay, and not to cut charitable giving. Money is not everything, he always insisted. Tamura gives generously to the community, with their biggest charity being their annual golf tournament for public schools. Golf has always been one of Herb's passions, and in 1999 was even named Golfer of the Year by the St. Francis Healthcare Foundation. Today, Herb remains chairman of the board and still asks Glenn how everything is doing at the stores nearly every day. The man has truly made the man, in every way.
Herb is a very humble and well-liked person in the food industry. Herbert has a passion for construction, which was manifested in his projects that he accomplished at the store. He's a hands-on kind of a guy. Yeah, he'd do it himself.
He didn't want to pay anybody else.
Yeah.
That's what it was, I think. Herb kind of helped form the unofficial country grocery store brotherhood between us, Waimanalo, Hau'ula, and of course himself in Waianae. But Herb was very innovative and very gutsy. He had a personal challenge to take on the larger grocery stores to redefine independent grocer, and he did very well at it. Favorite thing about Herb was his unselfishness and his always ready smile.
My favorite thing about Herb was playing against him on the golf course and beating him. We played, wow, a lot of money sometimes. You know, it's up to $5.
Herb, I really, really appreciate all you've done for our industry and our association and our brotherhood, but I especially appreciate your friendship all these years. I really, really cherish that.
I feel the same way too. His friendship is very dear to me.
Congratulations, Herb. It's Dean here. You deserve this award, and it's been great working with you all these years.
Congratulations, Herbert. We wish you the best.
When I first came on board 10 years ago, I'd like to thank you for making me part of the family by coming into my office every morning and talking to me. I miss that chat right now. And again, I'd like to thank you for making me feel at home. Congratulations, Herbert.
Tonight, we warmly welcome Herbert Tamura to the Hawaii Food Industry Association Hall of Fame.